Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marissa. I make college, lifestyle, and of course, the occasional nursing school video. This is the second video in this series. I previously made a video reviewing every single one of my classes, giving my advice and also giving my grades on that, so make sure to check that out. That is linked down below. Today we're going to be going over the supplies that you actually need for not only school but also clinical. I have my laptop here, I have my list, and I'm going to be showing you and also linking down below the majority of these items. Make sure to comment down below. I respond to every single comment, so let me know your situation going into the fall. I'm actually not going to school in the fall. I am currently in the process of applying to jobs because if you did not know, I just recently graduated an LPN program, therefore I am a nurse. I passed my NCLEX. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another video. I post every Thursday and Sunday. To start off, you're gonna need a planner. Now, whether you wanna do your Google Calendar like on your laptop, once I went to online school and everything was already on my laptop, I switched everything over to my Google Calendar. I did have a paper calendar, and as soon as March hit and everything happened, I basically didn't even touch it. I do have 2 food recommendations if you're going to clinicals or you have long days at classes. These Belvita breakfasts are basically what got me through clinical, as well as the next snack that I have in here, because sometimes I would be between patients or we didn't really have lunches because we would go from like 7 to 2 or 3 and like we just didn't have a break sometimes. And these got me through it, whether I didn't eat breakfast because I woke up at 4 in the morning and had to be in Boston at 6 a.m. or I just wanted a quick snack. These are great. They also have the protein oat ones, which I'll be linking both of those down below. My favorite's the blueberry, so that's just me. The next one are these Verb energy bars. They're amazing. I started using them beginning of clinicals last year. My favorite ones are the salted peanut butter and also the maple blueberry. I will be using these a ton when I go to work. I actually have an entire bag right here. I started out with the trial pack of the salted peanut butter because that's personally just my favorite. If you use my link down below, you get the free trial pack of the 4 different flavors for 95 cents. That's all you have to pay for shipping, and you can just get them for free. They're not sponsoring this video. I actually really like them, so make sure to go check them out. Now we're gonna go into clinical stuff because I feel like that's what everybody's here for. Biggest recommendation is a clipboard. Whether you want this one, I borrowed this one from my brother. It's like not a foldable one. I wish I had a foldable one. I will be linking a regular black one that's just foldable, and there's also one that has like a bunch of medical stuff on the back. If you want to utilize that as well, you totally can. Next thing is the blood pressure cuff. My school gave me one and I dropped it. It broke. I did get blue just because a lot of them are black, so you don't want to get them mixed up with other people, and also putting them in a bag, you're going to be able to see this color. They have a black, pink, and a blue one. If your school does not provide one, I would recommend this brand. It's pretty reasonably priced for what you're getting, especially for facilities like long-term care facilities don't have them hanging on the walls like your rehab facilities do, so like you're gonna need them. Next thing is a stethoscope case. You paid big bucks for your stethoscope. You don't want it getting gross, the tubing all tarnished. Take care of it. This is the one that I got. It has some pockets on the other side. So tape measure, I put my usually scissors and my pen light in there. And then my stethoscope. So this one is also from Amazon. It is a Littmann Classic 3. Make sure to keep your box. If there's anything wrong with it, you can always return it or exchange it or get a refund because you have your box. Someone told me that. I've never had to use it, but I always keep my box. So this is the seal blue one. I think it was around $80. I usually keep these actually in my stethoscope case as well. But bandage scissors. So I was also given bandage scissors from the school, and I maybe did a couple dressing wound changes and then they just stopped cutting through everything. These are also EMT, like kind of bigger ones, kind of sturdy ones. There are very little ones, but these will get the jobs done. This came in a 2-pack for $10. Highly recommend getting some good ones because you do not want to be in the middle of a wound or bandage change and you can't cut through it. For writing notes or vital signs, these little guys are amazing. This one's a little beat up, but I will just have a whole set of these linked down below. If you only have 1 to 2 patients, these are perfect for taking report. If you have more than that, obviously you're gonna need a little bit bigger of a notebook. But when you're just starting out, these for vital signs are amazing. They're perfect to keep in your pocket, and also if you need to look up any meds, you can just like write it down real quick and then go look it up and come back. Next, we got the drug guide. You are going to need this, and this is going to be your best friend, okay? Every year they probably come out with a new one. 15th, 16th, 17th edition's probably fine. This one was required for my program, but honestly, it is the best thing ever. You can just look up any medication, all of the indications, actions, range, dosages, everything you would possibly need is right in here. And it also has a code in the front that you can put on your phone, where you shouldn't be having your phone out anyways, but if you're in like the break room or something and you still want to be looking up something and not carry this around, it is a good option. Lots of writing utensils. You're definitely going to need these. You're gonna need a Sharpie. This Sharpie was also gifted to me by one of my friends. Is the Sharpie pen. This thing is amazing. So it has the fine point at the end of it, which I love. It does not bleed through. I'm gonna link a whole pack of these. Invest in it. It will be worth it, because you are not gonna want to be labeling something and it doesn't have a Sharpie. Whenever you do a dressing change, wound change, you need to signature and date it. And then also with IV, like little tabs on it, you need to date it to see if the tubing needs to be changed. So you're gonna need one of these. Also just regular pens and markers that usually I would definitely suggest just doing all black, because a lot of things, say nursing notes or something, you're gonna wanna do it in black ink, not blue or like a random color. Now, with that being said, if you're gonna have any color, do red, because sometimes you need to override medication stuff or just fix things. For that, in certain facilities that I've been in, you need a highlighter and a red pen. So I would have a highlighter, a red pen, a bunch of black pens, and definitely a Sharpie. Even if it's not this fine point Sharpie, get a regular one. It will do the trick when you're labeling things, and highly recommend getting as many writing utensils as physically possible, because you are going to lose them. It's gonna be in your pocket, your friend's gonna wanna borrow it, and then they're never gonna give it back. This also came in my clinical bag, but this is just an O2 stat. If your school does not provide one, I will link one down below, but this is just like a very basic one. You're gonna need a watch. Now, my program did let us have Apple Watches after our first rotation. You can make like a big analog clock on it. So either this, highly suggest getting the band with holes in it. This is also from Amazon, because you're gonna be washing your hands and also sweating a lot. So you do not wanna get like all gross and everything. This is one of my favorite watches if you don't have an Apple Watch. This is a Spidell. It is specifically made for medical professionals. It is waterproof, because you don't know what you're gonna get on yourself. Has 24-hour time, second time, and this material is amazing because everything comes off of it. So definitely suggest this as well, the Spidell watch. This is just the regular, very basic version that they have. Now, this is something you may not need, but you're gonna probably want. Vicks Vapor Rub. Now, if you're going into a room that you know is not gonna have pleasant smells, all you gotta do is, wash your hands, dip a little, put it on the inside of your nose, and therefore you'll be smelling this vapor rub instead of whatever it might be. If you go to clinical in more of a colder climate like myself, I'm from Boston, you definitely want a fleece of some sort, because sometimes the clinical placements can be really cold, or if you're going in the winter like I was, you're gonna be walking in and you don't want to be just walking in with short sleeve scrubs. I highly recommend getting one of these just strictly assigned for clinical, so if like there are any germs on it, it stays there. Also, talking about germs, you're gonna want a water bottle, but you're gonna want one that has a closed cap. You're not gonna want like a hydro flask that just like pops open, because you're touching the mouthpiece and you just maybe gave someone a bed bath or cleaned up one of those things you need the vapor rub for. And the best thing is you can like clip it, you can hold on to it, and also you just screw the top off and then you drink from it, so you're not ever touching this piece. A coffee cup that has a closed lid, kind of like this, because you don't want any germs in the air to be able to get into the drink that you're drinking. Obviously, you're not gonna be drinking in like a patient's room or anything. It's gonna be at the nurse's station or in the break room. But still, just because you're in that environment, you want this to be closed and not have any germs going in here. Lastly, I'm gonna be showing you my clinical bag. Our school did provide some. It simply was just not enough room for me, so I went out and I bought a backpack. So this is my Vera Bradley clinical bag. It has a ton of different pockets. I've actually done a whole video on what's in my clinical bag, which was like a year ago when like I just started clinicals and I had no idea what I was talking about, but I go over basically all the compartments and everything in here. Definitely recommend a backpack over like a tote type thing, but if you want to do a tote, that's totally fine as well. I just prefer a backpack because I feel a little bit more sturdy. I will be linking also like pen lights and basically everything else that I didn't show that I do use down below, so make sure to check the links there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to drop a comment, give this video a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.